An entire colony vanished without a trace. No bodies, no graves, just a single word carved into wood: Croatoan. For over 4 centuries, historians, archaeologists, and storytellers have tried to answer the same question: what happened to the lost colony of Roanoke? Tonight, we journey back to America's first great mystery. In 1587, over 100 English settlers arrived on the coast of what is now North Carolina. Men, women, children, not soldiers, but families. They were led by Governor John White, who dreamed of building the first permanent English settlement in the New World. But it was a fragile dream. Supplies ran low, and tension with the local tribes simmered. When White sailed back to England for help, he promised to return swiftly. He could not have known that war with Spain would trap him in Europe for 3 long years. When John White finally returned in 1590, the village was deserted. Houses dismantled, not destroyed. Chests, armor, and weapons gone. Not looted, but carefully removed. The only clue? The word Croatoan carved into a wooden post. No sign of violence, no bones, just silence, as if the settlers had simply walked away from their lives. Where did they go? Some say they sought refuge with the Croatan tribe, merging into native communities. Others whisper of starvation, disease, or even slaughter. But more chilling are the theories without closure. That they tried to sail back to England on their own, only to vanish at sea. That a hurricane swallowed them whole, their remains buried beneath centuries of shifting sand. Or that something darker, something never recorded, erased them from history. Across the centuries, fragments have emerged. A 16th century English rapier found in the Carolina woods. European pottery unearthed miles from Roanoke. And then the Dare Stones, mysterious rocks allegedly carved by survivors, telling of deaths, hardship, and a desperate march inland. But are these artifacts real or clever forgeries? To this day, the academic world is divided. Legends tell of pale-skinned children seen in native villages generations later. Oral histories recall settlers who lived and died far from the colony's walls. And yet, no single discovery has solved the mystery. No burial site, no mass grave, just whispers that the settlers were absorbed or consumed by the wilderness itself. The lost colony of Roanoke stands as more than a puzzle. It is a reminder, a story of ambition, hubris, and survival at the very edge of the known world. The settlers dreamed of permanence, but history turned them into shadows. John White never saw his daughter again, nor his granddaughter, Virginia Dare, the first English child born on American soil. They simply disappeared. In the end, the lost colony is less about what we know and more about what we don't. A single carved word, empty homes, no answers. And perhaps that's why Roanoke haunts us still, because sometimes history doesn't give us closure. Sometimes it only leaves us with silence.